You might think I'm crazy. The way I've been craving. If I put it quite plainly, just give me the baby. We love that. Welcome to the 69th episode, hoes. Hey, team. Welcome back to another episode of the Jenn Commandments podcast. I'm an engineer currently working in Wisconsin. I grew up in the Chicagoland area and I went to college in Michigan. Fuck, happy 69th fucking episode. We've been here for fucking 69 episodes. Jesus Christ. I started the podcast in 2023 when I was living out in Oregon because I was lonely out there and it was hard for me to keep up with my best friends and keep them up to date on all of my updates. And so I wanted like a way for us, or for me, I guess, to like mass put my thoughts and stuff like that out there. It started as like a very messy, um, that time of my life was very, very, very turbulent. And those early episodes are very much a reflection of that. um, but I don't know. We've been here for 69 episodes. Wanted to give you all a little Ariana Grande to start off the episode. Um, yeah. Thank God we have 69 to fall back on for cheap jokes. Um, but I don't really find it to be a super fun sexual act. Um, it's fine. It's okay. I feel like that's like a new thing. Or not like a new thing, but it's like a when you're new to hooking up with somebody and you want to feel like you're like still I don't know. I don't know. It's like I don't know. We have time. Do we not? Let's let's we don't need to like I don't know, rush. Why at the same time? You know what I mean? Anyway, hey, what it do, baby? You might think I'm crazy. The way I've been craving. If I put it quite plainly, just give me the baby. So what you doing tonight? Better say anyway. Um, God, I got new running shoes today. Super cool, super fun. My running shoes I've had for like a year. And I've been trying to get into running for like a year. This is the first, I don't know, time that I've been pretty consistent with it. And I don't know. So I finally my first pair of running shoes that I bought as an adult finally wore out. So I invested in some Hokas. I'm a little nervous. I feel like a real runner girl now. So we'll see how I like them. But I went in a walk in them today. I went on a little nature walk. Broke them in, got them all dirty already. Just wanted to see how they would hold up in that sort of setting. So I like to, as soon as I get new shit, I like to like really break them bitches in because that's why I bought it, is to use it. So um, super fun, super cool. Um, I'm a little under a month away from my first 10K. I'm super excited. I'm getting nervous. But I think it's gonna be good. I think everything's gonna be okay. I think today I could run the 10K if I really had to. Um, but I did okay, so I took like after I grieved the whole like lawsuit thing, um that took me like I don't know a full month to like sort of like grieve and be angry about and like throw my little tantrum about whatever. um and so once I was done with that, um that took like a full month where I didn't run, where I was just like sort of sitting around feeling sorry for myself. And the what was the point of me telling that? Oh, so basically, the only plans that I was comfortable putting myself in the position of doing where it still only required me to run 3 days a week, because I don't know if I'm willing to commit myself to running more than 3 days a week right now. Um, was 11 weeks, which was under the time that I had until the initial run that I had signed up for. So I did sign up for an additional run 2 weeks after the initial goal that I had set at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, I had set a goal to run this 10K in October. Like, I signed up for this 10K that I'm gonna do here in a month, like in January. So this was one of the days that I set out to show up for myself, and I'm really excited to do so. And I have been doing a really good job of showing up for myself in preparation for that as well. I don't think I've missed a run so far in my 11-week prep. Um, so love that for me. I'm kicking ass in that department. I'm really, really proud of myself, and it's given me a lot of confidence. Um, to, I don't know, just like dedicate doing things that make me feel good to myself. I don't know. It's nice. I've been having fun running. So I got to see my so at my first job I had like a really excellent mentor. I've talked about him on the pod before. But I got to see him on Friday. We do lunch. We try to do lunch once a month. But the summer gets busy, so we hadn't seen each other for I think 2-ish months at least. And so Dante just gave me the craziest yawn. He's like, "Bitch, you are not petting me the way I want you to be petting me right now." But anyway, you are so drama. He's feeling better. He's still a little sick, like he still has some crusties. I didn't end up taking him to the vet. He ended up like acting like he felt better, and I gave him a bath, and he's been acting fine since. But he does have some residual stuff that's building up just a little, but he's okay. I will tell the vet. The vet was closed when I did finally text them about it, but um, I think he'll be fine. I think it was allergies though. Anyway, sorry. I got to see him. Um, and it's just always such a joy to talk to him. He also runs, so we got to talk about that. We got to talk about our jobs, how things are going, end of fiscal year, end of year stuff, that sort of thing. I don't know. It's just like it's nice to still have that relationship to him, and he's like my friend now, which is cool. It's fun to gossip and that sort of thing. So love him bad. Oh, okay. Also, the episode with Shakara is out. Oh my god, did you love her? Imagine, picture what good hands you're in if that's your first therapist. Come on. Like, she taught me so much about, she's the reason, she was like one of the catalysts of me getting over my first love. Like, she helped me she was the person that helped me try to repair the relationship with my father for the first time. She will just always be so important to me, and I don't know. I'm so grateful for her. If you haven't already, go check out that episode, and go give her a follow and go listen to her podcast. And if you live in Michigan and you need a therapist, reach out to her. If you need co-parenting help, reach out to her. She offers so many services within, and not just within the Kalamazoo area, but she is headquarters there, so love her bad. I just if you haven't listened to that episode, please go do it. It was such a joy to talk to her again. God, I am just so forever grateful for her. And I think that she's just a champion for the community as well. So love her bad. Thank you, Shakara, for coming on. Next I have I expressed a little bit of anxiety last week with what I talk about on the pod, and every time I express anxiety in some sort of way, um I'm reminded just how important it is that I'm vulnerable and that I show up the way that I do and that I share everything. He wants to go out on the deck. We're going to talk about the deck. um, uh, um, damn, bro. Oh, his favorite toy's out there too. One sec. 30 for 35. I was talking about how every time I'm anxious about the pod, I get affirmation that I'm in the right place, doing the right things, and sharing my vulnerability in ways that resonate with an audience. And it doesn't matter if the audience is a person, it doesn't matter if the audience is a group of people. I just like when I receive affirmation, and I know that we were just talking about um, releasing yourself from external validation, but it also helps to know that there are other people in the world who understand. And that's why you share. That's why art is made to begin with, is that relationship between the consumer and the artist, right? We've talked on this podcast before about how art is the relationship between art and the consumer. And not that a podcast is art or whatever. Art is, subjective. And so I don't know. I'm happy that this is the medium that I choose to journal in. I for many years while I was in college, I journaled by hand. And I love looking back at those journal entries. And in a lot of ways I still journal by hand because I write all my notes for the podcast. Not all my notes, but I write a lot of my notes for the podcast either by hand or in a Google Doc. And so like those are still archivable journal entries in a weird sort of way. Um I just I love the fact that this is something that people can also consume. It is a weird sort of thing. I went out with a group of people once, and one of the people one of the people told me that like, "Oh, I watch your podcast." And so like it immediately became apparent that like they knew intimate details about me, because like I journal through the podcast, and I was like, uh, it's and that part is weird. That part is like very. I'm like, holy shit! Like you know a lot of things about me, and like you're a stranger to me, you know. Um, but I'm glad that it resonates where it should. And I'm glad that it mobilizes voices, and it gives some sort of connection to girls within the Midwest. At least for now, it's just the Midwest mostly. And it's not just the Midwest, but that's my honestly, like I care about more than anything, I care about grassroots, like creating community within my community before I care about anything else. Like more than anything, this is a journal, but this is also my way to try to create community. And if hearing me babble into a microphone and talking about things that I'm like mildly uncomfortable talking about, but like should be talked about because likely everyone is mildly uncomfortable to talk about it. And doesn't that mean that maybe we should be talking about it? So, okay, fine. I guess I'll be the one that's embarrassed. I really, we talked about this before. You're only embarrassed if you're embarrassed. Like, it's, or no, just kidding. Hi. That didn't make any fucking sense. It's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. Because, like, who gives a fuck? We're on a floating rock in space and we're spinning around a star. The fuck? Who fucking cares, bro? You drink it just like water. You say it tastes like candy. So what you doing tonight? Better say doing it right. Watching movies, but we ain't seen a thing tonight. Was that the right lines? I have the lines pulled up here. Yeah. Yeah. It's like one of my favorite songs. I should know the words. I listen to it damn near every day. What's next on here? Oh, building on creating art. So I deleted TikTok. I want to say about a month ago now. And honestly, it's been really good for my mental health. I had my Instagram Reels consumption has gone up. However, my overall phone time or screen time has gone down. And so I think of it as a net positive. And if I have to get rid of Instagram eventually and like post my stuff for like the podcast or like eventually what I would like to be work someday, like this is what I sort of look at this as like an extension of like work. It's an investment in like me, myself, and like both my mental, but like also just investing in myself. Um, We'll see. I'm hoping that I can find the balance first. I do have that addictive personality, and so I think I might just have to delete it all eventually. I would like to get like a stupid phone someday. And I know that that's never going to be plausible, but like sometimes I just hate being connected. I'm sorry that it looks like I'm like picking my nose. My um it feels like so sometimes now that it's getting colder, my nose rings feel cold, and so it feels like I have a runny nose or I have boogers, and like I don't. So I just keep like pushing at it because I'm like, are we sure? Anyway, um, so what was I talking about? Oh, however, with deleting TikTok, I did lose some of the videos that I revisit a lot to try to gain inspiration. One of the things that I did on TikTok was I would save videos that from creative or sorry, from fellow creatives that inspire me or just like speeches that inspire me, that sort of thing. And I refound on Instagram the speech that Dochi, it's not a speech. She used to upload like YouTube videos, and she might have been doing this even on like TikTok Live. But she says something to the effect of like, creating art doesn't have to be good, and the pursuit of finishing a project should not rely on whether it's good or not. It is the pursuit that matters. And so even if you start to create maybe like a song that you don't like, you should finish it, because who knows on the brink of or on the other side of that song what's going to come of it. What, like, the pursuit is what matters. And like, I have been on such a journey of that, because we started the podcast episode talking about how this podcast started. And for like over a year or maybe it was just under, I don't know. It was about a year. I stopped posting. And it was because I sort of felt like I didn't understand my voice and I didn't understand who I was enough to try to present any sort of information to an audience. And I still don't. I still have no idea who I am truly. I know, like I said, we talked, I know what my moral compass is. My therapist last week asked me something to the effect of, like, do you know who you are? And I said, well, I think I know where my moral compass lies. I know where my worth lies. I know that I'm not perfect, but I'm worth trying and I'm worth working on and I'm worth the pursuit. And that means that I'm worth the pursuit in art. That means I'm worth the pursuit in relationships. That means I'm worth the pursuit in work. I'm worth the pursuit in every single facet in my life. And if somebody doesn't see that, that's okay. An opportunity doesn't come along that you think was gonna, that's okay. You're gonna keep pursuing and something's going to pursue you back. That energy is always going to come back to you. And I think I didn't understand that. That, yes, we owe our audience good art from your heart. There were times during my hiatus that I would record episodes and sit on them and really reflect. And I don't know. I knew that it was going to come back someday. I had made podcast sets that fell through. I had made podcast tiles that had fell through. I would even post them. I would be like, yeah, this is going to come soon. Months would go by. And I just couldn't understand my voice. And I'm going to keep trying to find it. And I may project insecurity onto people sometimes. But I'll take a step back and I'll be like, okay, let's talk about it. Maybe I'll journal about it on this here podcast. And then we're going to try again next time. Try again. In whatever endeavor you want to do. Maybe it's not podcasting. For me, it is for now. Maybe it'll be writing someday. Maybe it'll be journalism. Maybe it'll be law school. Maybe it'll be homemaking. You know, like I said, that statistic, there are more people having kids in their 40s now than in their teenage years. More people with uteruses. So, well, how'd I get on that? Caleb Heron's special came out on HBO Max. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I've watched it like 4 times. I love that man. He's one of my biggest idols right now. He's one of my biggest inspirations where I didn't start the same way he did in that he started improv in college and that sort of thing. That journey has taken a later toll on me. Um, but the way that he uses humor and the way that he started in Chicago, like his big comedy track. And I'm like, okay, that's like a feasible thing. I don't know. Put marbles in a bag and like fucking shake that hoe. I don't know. We'll see. I want to do all of it. I want to be like I want to be all of it. You know? Why can't I be? I think I should be able to. I think I should be allowed. I don't know. Um oh, yes, but it was very funny. I really appreciate his desire for I be on the Reddit threads. So I saw some discourse about it and how like maybe some people thought he was trying to be a little to show that like leftist comedians can still be edgy. And I assume most of those people don't maybe may not watch stand up really, and may just be like a Caleb Heron fan and like a podcast fan, because like the podcast space is definitely different than like a stand up space, and the art forms are different. And I think Caleb did like a very excellent job of towing a line. And I don't know. I love him bad. I support him. I thought it was pretty good. Um Especially for a first special, like a first hour long like I don't know. I thought he did excellent. So go watch that. It's on HBO Max. I cleaned my deck. So proud of me. Um my chairs, like my outdoor chairs, still need to be cleaned. But that's a different task for a different day. I was very productive this weekend. I'm like very proud of myself. Um oh my god, dude. So I was told by the Apple Maps that Spirit Halloween was open in my town. And so I tried to drive there, and girl, that shit was not open. And so I drove I drove all over the place. And because I was looking for it, because I was like, maybe I'm just like stupid and can't see it. So I was just like, sleuthing. Could not find it. I went to the mall. I got some I got some Christmas gifts for besties, me in September. Um, so that's up and put away. Loved that. I hadn't been in a mall. I don't think I had been to the mall so far this year. I've really been trying to. I still like shop on Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova is my girl. Unfortunately, I love Fashion Nova. Like most of my clothes are either thrifted or from there. I like very rarely shop anywhere else. Um this is from American Eagle though. But like very rarely do I go into like that store. I just like happen to be in there with a friend. But um yeah, dude, I don't know. Sad that it wasn't open. I'm thinking about just like ordering stuff online so that it can come in, because I don't think I'll have time to go again, because I'll be traveling every week in October. And so I don't know. I probably should just order the decorations online so that it can be decorative for the episodes and then for the little shindig that I'm pulling up to. Because I'm like starting to get anxious already. I like need things to be done so that my brain knows that like it can check it off. I just like I can't. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So that's the tea on that. Yeah, that's all I sort of have for this week. I think that now I'm gonna clean the rest of my house. I've gotten really good at cleaning incrementally every day. And I'm really proud of myself for that. I don't know. I've really been in it to win it the last few weeks. And we talked a little bit about that last week, about how like I'm close to coming out of my little hibernation period, and I feel really good about all of it. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm excited to see people. But I'm also excited to try to continue my habits throughout the seeing people, because like I feel like I've really been putting in work for like the last 6 weeks into like creating healthy habits for myself, and I want to see now if I can try to juggle both. I know it's going to be so hard. I know it's going to be so hard. The next like 5 weeks are going to be tough. Um, but I'm ready for it. I think that I've done the mental work that I need to do. Um, and I think we're gonna do it. I think it's gonna be good. Okay, you ready? We're gonna do it. It's gonna be. We're gonna have a fun time. Love you guys very much. I hope that you are washing your face. I hope that you're drinking water. I hope that you are being creative in your own way. And I hope that you're taking on some sort of physical activity. Those are, like, I don't know, the most important things that I do to make myself feel good. Check in with yourself. Baby, you might need a seatbelt when I ride it. I'm on something like a door come inside it. Even though on my feet you can hit it like a side chick. Don't need no side dick, no. And the 4.5 wanna make the bench shake. Okay, bye. Love you.